final part, or possibly, of the leveling up. Just go through what I'm trying to achieve. So, when we reach max level, we want a character that can basically use Endgame to level up any new guns, or any guns that I haven't leveled up yet that I might want to. There's only obviously a couple of guns left to level up, but if they're meta, then it's nice to do them quickly. You can watch another video on how I can level basically a gun up. I think I did like 20 something levels. I think I leveled the gun out in 3 games basically, and now that we're max level and you have a second gun, you could do it easily in 3 games, level out 1 gun. So the way you want to do that is not to have anything firstly on your gun that kills people. So as you can see on that gun, I've got bullets explode, dealing extra damage. So I'm not entirely sure if that still counts towards the gun's XP, but things like exotic and nightmares, and depending on what you've got on your class, there will be things that kill enemies that you don't want to, because you want to be concentrating on all the kills to be from the gun you want to load up. So there you can see I've got Warband, sorry, and one of them is there, the chance to spawn a drone, which I mean, it doesn't kill loads of people, but if you're using the decoy grenade, which you should be if you want to be leveling up a gun, that's got a chance to sort of maybe like take out quite a few enemies that you don't want to. You want like the bullets to be doing all the damage. So with stuff like Berserker, like that's not doing anything to kill enemies. Well, that's not really going to do anything. Yeah, so all these things don't cause explosions and whatnot. So the 2 exotics you want are 100% these 2. They are supposedly like the OP things at the moment anyway, for keeping you alive. And they both don't do anything to cause like chaotic bloody explosions that will take out your zombies that you want to be killing. Also, this frost vortex doesn't seem to sort of... It can kill people, I think, but it kind of sucks them in rather than kill them, so that's ideal. So I'm on the brink of choosing my second nightmare skill, which, I mean, if you desperately don't want to do any damage to enemies, then you could go for the Hellwing, because that obviously only works when you're up in the air. But at the same time, you kind of also don't want to waste it, maybe. But I'm pretty sure that everything else will cause big explosions, so we'll have to see what it offers me. So this, I mean, if I could swap anything, I'd probably swap the Warband, although it is quite useful. But yeah, I would possibly swap that if supposedly it's possible to swap a skill track, but I don't know or think it is. I think you have to reset your whole character. I'll find out when I'm max level. So yeah, this at the moment is like a really ideal build for leveling up guns. Like apart from maybe that, and apart from whatever my last skill track will be. And I'm also an absolute tank, so it doesn't matter if I go in on my own. I've got multiple ways to stay alive. With resurrection, with these two here. I mean, like, as far as I can tell, every time you die, or if you receive enough damage that would kill you, I've got like multiple ways of that not being the situation and not dying and basically just surviving. And at the same time, I can just put loads of damage into groups of zombies, chuck your decoy grenade out. You know, you've got 40 zombies chasing after you. Just kill them all with headshots, and yeah, it's just the best way to level up any gun. Super duper quick. You want to be going into zone 3, 4, or even nightmare zones, especially after the guild boss has been killed and people have moved away. You're going to get just droves and droves of zombies. So that's basically the breakdown of where we are at the moment. I got very lucky. I think I had to go 3 times before I got Gunner, Berserker, and Bulls. I then got Warbot banned. So I thought, because I had these 2, which are OP, I'd wait and see what the 4th one was, and it was Bulldozer, which is also OP. I don't know really well enough what I would swap that for. I've kind of worked out that you don't really need Daredevil. It is a very nice quality of life perk to have, to just get around quicker, but if we are leveling up a gun, we know where we're going to go. We don't really need to be flying around. The only time you really need to fly around places is kind of like as you're leveling up a new character. I would say it's really nice to have Daredevil early on. But if you look at like a max level character, you kind of want to be able to go into glitches and just not die. I mean, potentially when this is maxed out, you could probably be soloing quite a lot of the glitches without, dying. The new one's quite hard. I haven't really tried that, but I haven't tried many of the glitches with a sort of kind of maxed out character because I've just been prestiging them. Again, another option, if you don't want these perks and you do want to cause absolute chaos with every 10 bullets by proccing sort of things, then you could go for a second character. So just going back to the guns, you kind of want perks or exotic traits, I would say, that help the gun and not cause absolute destruction. So I do need to find out if those explosive bullets do still count towards the weapon's XP. If they don't, you'd want to be going for stuff like all the ammo in one big magazine, or swapping to and from a weapon, reloads the weapon, and obviously different guns have the possibility to have different traits. I think the guns that you're probably going to be looking to like level up are more than likely going to be like submachine guns, assault rifles, possibly snipers. I know there's no new snipers in the game. Also, when it comes to like endgame, like meta, like this Ion's considered to be one of the best. Funnily enough, this Shadow SK is also considered to be like one of the meta guns, and it is. It does seem to give the same damage numbers as the other sniper rifles, and it fires a lot quicker, obviously, than any of the others. So yeah, if you're going to go for an exotic trait on a gun, don't take the stuff that causes explosions. Or, like I said, have a second character. I've got 4, they're all pretty high, so I can go straight into like the hard levels and, you know, instantly get it exotic. So if you were going to level up a gun, to be honest, you just want to level it up once so that it's exotic, so it's got the damage boost. And then if you're near one of the guild bosses on a future game, you could pop in and see what it gives you. So yeah, so I've got escalation on that one there, which is fire rate increases the longer you hold down the trigger. That's fine. It's not causing explosions, providing it's still easy to sort of control the gun. That's going to be really good for leveling up a gun. I mean, the best one you can get is the one that stops all your recoil, but I think that can only sort of drop on certain guns. I know it can't drop, unless I've had extremely bad RNG, it can't drop on the M15. I only seem to be getting like a certain amount of things, and I think one of them is possibly like a handling thing, and the other one might be an explosion-y thing. So if you do want to level up a gun, don't get like an exotic trait on it, and yeah, try and make sure it's not causing huge explosions. So let's have a look at my abilities on this one. Celebration. So that is causing, it has been nerfed, but it's causing like mortar rounds to the target, and that is actually quite strong, the mortar rounds. So that's not ideal, because I can bunch a load of enemies up together, proc that celebration, and it's probably going to kill everyone that I wanted to kill with my gun. Eagle Eye seems to be based around critical stuff. So yeah, that would actually probably be a good little replacement for Warband, because it's not causing huge amounts of damage. So I would say that's probably like the most OP loadout would be Gunner, Eagle Eye, Bulldozer, Berserker, and that would like really be useful for leveling up guns, because you're not causing those big explosions. Let's have a look at what Phantom reduces accuracy. I mean that just doesn't matter once you're strong. It just doesn't matter. Very rarely would that ever matter. Melee speed. So yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely not required. Phantom. I don't think I've ever chosen Guardian, so I don't really know what that does. Let's have a look. That's my main one. Bulldozer, let's have a look at Surgeon. Surgeon. Health, recovery. So the only reason this one would be good is for that. So it just gives you another option not to die. So I think after I'd sort of my Berserker and Bulldozer and bloody Resurrection and Shattered Shield, once all of those were on cooldown, if I was to then die, I'd have another way of like getting off the floor. But how strong that would be against enemies in like a glitch, because I think you only get like about 20 bullets in your pistol when you're down. So you might not kill an enemy because they are quite sort of tanky with towards the end. But yeah, again, if you couldn't get everything you wanted and it offered you Surgeon, it's still offering you decent survivability, and it's not exploding people. Daredevil, like I said, is such a quality of life. I mean, you just move so fast. Like that one there, handling and the hang time is... Well, if you try to race two characters across the map from one end to the other, a Daredevil dude with kinetic jump is just gonna get across the map so much quicker. Probably almost twice as quick than a normal character even with kinetic jump. And yeah, just to like finalize the argument between kinetic jump and grappling hook, I just don't even think they're in the same like stratosphere. Kinetic jump is just... Although recently I've been using like the buildings a lot more to get across the map, like jumping off the side of a building without using kinetic jump, you just seem to just go initially so much quicker and further if you just jump off. So I've kind of learnt routes around the map now where I'm just hitting, if I think I'm going to drop in the middle of a field and I see a building, I'll land on the building just because it'll just get me that bit further, and then I can go from building to building. As long as the roof is high enough for you to jump off, you can, you know, Daredevil is not required as an endgame character unless you really want that quality of life. Say it was the 4th perk to land, and you've got the 3 before that you wanted. A Daredevil, it's like, okay, fine, it's a quality of life. But obviously there are better ones. Check my other loadouts just to see if I'm missing any of these. Phantom. Okay, let's have a look at Phantom. Oh, we did have a look at that one, yeah. Did we? Hang on. Okay, yeah. No, we didn't cover this one, did we? It's a bit of a nothing one. Hits from behind deal more damage. Again, it's so niche. Like, if you're in a glitch, most things are going to be facing you and like charging you down. And once you're like strong enough level, it's just, that's not going to make a difference if they're like standing facing wherever. So yeah, it's just not really. Reduces accuracy. Oh, maybe we did cover this one. Yeah. Right. So that's just, we basically need glitches at this point. So let's go and see what we can get.
command center nearby leaking toxin everywhere. Shut it down.
Move on that objective.
Oh. Okay. Where the fuck am I? I have never noticed that there was this on the map. I don't know how many times I can tell you I've loaded into Endgame and I've never seen this. I suppose it's because you never really need to come further than that. That is so random though, and I'm pretty sure, is that even in the Warzone version of Avalon? If it is, that's crazy, because I mean I've played Warzone Avalon so many times as well. Yeah, random. Anyway, so we found some people that want to do the glitch. Yeah, so I've got other videos that sort of explain how to level up from the quickest ways to sort of level up.
There's a shipping container nearby. Might be useful.
A fresh character. I'll just explain that after.
Bring down the bot. We'll put it to good use.
So I'd say if you're like level 0, the best place to sort of be, I always tell people to do like a little circuit around here.
You'll just ordered some extra muscle. Find that HVT and send him packing.
Oh, it's disappeared now, but usually you'll have 2 high value targets about there, and they spawn there, or maybe, sorry, there, and up there. So you're kind of doing this little circuit. Eventually they will disappear. Like, you want to be hitting these, you want to be hitting anything that takes quick to do. So you could do that as well. That's literally landing on something, pressing 1 button, it's done. That's like literally landing, if you can hide, pressing the button twice, and then you can just move away, you don't have to stay there. I wouldn't bother with stuff like that, because it takes a while, this can take a while, these take a while. So if you're level 1, there's this little circuit you can do around there. And one thing I would 100% say is keep your eye on anyone doing the boss. So I managed to do it the other day where I just like opened the map and I saw one person down there. I think I was like level 2. Or I was anywhere between 2 and 10. I was like in early stages, and I managed to get over there just as he killed the boss, and it was like a free exotic, and it turned out to be this exotic, which I don't know if this is new or what, but it's like
HVT down.
super
Nice work.
duper OP.
We hope the guild lose more people every day.
Also, these things you want to be getting them. Let me just do this boss dude, because we do need another trait on our gun. See what I mean about jumping off a building though? You will, as long as the roof's high enough, you'll always hit it. These guys look pretty good, so I want to get to this boss before they absolutely trounce him. And then I'll tell you about what I would be doing sort of when you're sort of level 10 and onwards. Because if you do go into oh, let's get over there. Oh, maybe we haven't done all the boss guys yet. Oh, yes we have. So now you can see as soon as that spawns up in the top left hand corner, you'll see where the boss is. He's over there. So just get there quick, because this dude can get taken down, well, especially when there's this many people, and he needs putting a certain amount of damage on him. I do not know where the crit spot is on this guy. I don't even know if he has one. Well, that's probably enough damage. See the numbers coming off this, just wow, crazy numbers. I mean, be careful if you're a low level character and you haven't got certain perks, like this will do damage to you. I think I might have leveled up the final thing that means I don't take any damage from that. So again, we don't really want that. Sorry, it's a bit loud over here. Let me go somewhere else. Because this is like going to be my endgame character. I do want like the strongest things on it. I need to obviously sort out that APS speed, because it's insane.
There's a quarantined command center
Sorry,
nearby.
I meant to do
Stop
that
the
before
toxin
this
from
game.
getting out.
So it looks like I'm not leveling up anymore. So yeah, basically 88 is the max level. So we just need 3 glitches, which they do want to do, so I'm going to make my way over to where they want to do it. Again, if you pick up these while you're in the red zone, there'll be 750, I believe. Yeah, 750. 600 in zone 4, and obviously less and less. So I'll get to where they want to do the boss and explain while they're meeting me. I mean, look at this. The range on it's not ideal, but I mean, it just messes people up. Yeah, I mean, look, crazy. So if you ever see the pistol and you're like, oh, I don't want a pistol. Who wants a pistol, man? Then yeah, it's great. I only picked it up because it was I was like level 2 or whatever I was. Glitch 3, it doesn't really matter at this point which glitch we do, but these guys want to do the easy one. I've done it like 100 times. I can do it with my eyes closed. Yeah, so like, a lot of times if you see a pistol, you might be like, yeah, I don't want a pistol. Trust me, same gun. But yeah, be careful, it will kill you if you haven't got the right perks to counteract it. If you keep a point blank range, 3 or 4 bullets and you can be dead. I was hoping that I jumped off that. Again, I'm not jumping off that. Also want to be looking out for them, because they're... I've kind of started
There's a shipping container in the AO.
naturally learning where they are, because they can get you across the map way quicker. And if you do them, don't pull your chute straight away.
Like the guild pulled one off. Toxin is choking the area. If Avalon's gonna survive, we gotta shut it down.
There is quite a lot of people that actually play this Endgame. I mean, aside from doing the glitches and to level up a gun, I don't get it. Like, go and play Destiny, man. Play something else. It's got way more depth to it than this is just easy. It's mind-numbingly easy. I'm kind of going the wrong way now.
Taking waypoint.
Yeah.
There's a target in your AO. Current toxin levels could make finding it hard.
So this is that route I was telling you about behind me.
Dealing with some crazy shit.
That's where one of
Secure the cargo
the
before it
things
blows.
will spawn. I'm just about to fly over it. And then the other one is to my right. And that's where the second one spawns. So the one that spawns there spawns where I am now.
What the hell is happening right now?
Also, there's one of those over there, so you do that on the way.
Bring down the dogs.
I play every glitch. This guy plays every glitch. So now it looks like they've changed their mind about what glitch they wanted to do. Which is a bit of a pain in the ass because I've just come all the way across here to this one. So it now looks like they want to meet. Yeah, watch out for those guys because they will do some damage to you. There's a sniper somewhere. I don't know where he is. He's more than likely going to shoot me the second I open my map again. They want to do that one, I think. The other thing about not having Daredevil is trying to get across build stuff like this. You're gonna struggle to make it. Also, I'm not sure if like different glitches give you the different chances to get different nightmare skills. It's possible. It could just be random. At one point, the only thing I was ever seeing was the Hell suit, or the Hell wing. I seem to be getting offered that all the time. I'm probably better off. Yeah. So I haven't done this glitch. I think I've only ever done this glitch once anyway. And we'll find out.
Taking fire!
Sort of a cool thing to fly over by a complete chance until he steps on me. Yeah, so I've not really got a chance to explain what I was talking about to do after level 10. be honest, you probably could do it before level 10, but your wingsuit is pretty bad at the start. So are they near Hightown yet? No, they're not yet there yet, so I can tell you. So the red zone, if you're low level, you want to find a route where you can go and pick up all the blue power things. See if I can spot one for you to show you what they look like. You should know what they look like. So that once you learn the route, you'll spot them and you can just go through here. I think you can pick about 4, maybe 5 in this part. And then even though this part is smaller, there's like 7 or 8 there. They're going to help you fly through. They don't respawn anymore. They used to respawn, so you can just keep going around in a circle.
Much harder to replace.
I'm pretty sure, but they definitely don't respawn anymore. And that, as far as I can tell, I was trying multiple different things, like going to places where there's loads of zombies, shooting them all in the head. That's quite good for leveling up, but by far the quickest is just to get those blue orbs in this area. So level 1 to 10 here. Once these start disappearing, which they will after about like 3 times you've done them, move to there. You should be about level 10 from there. And when you've got like about 20 minutes left, I would say do all the blue bits. Don't even really worry about getting like a gun exotic in the first couple of games, because the chances are you're not going to do enough damage. If you only see like 1 or 2 people doing these things, oh, this looks like the guys that might be doing the thing. If you only see 1 or 2 people doing it, then fine. If you can get there in time, go there. But if you're like level 1 to 10, the damage you're doing on your gun is going to be dreadful, and you could be just wasting like 5 or 7 minutes out of your game trying to get there. So I would say the first run you do of any new character, like, don't worry about getting a gun, unless of course you get this one.
Marking target location.
The glitch exposing the command node is close. Good luck in there.
Join this dude's squad. Oh, this dude's like level 24. He didn't tell us that. He didn't tell us that, did he? Only 3 of them. I don't even know what level the other guy is. Are we not waiting for the other guy? What? Oh, this has got clusterfuck written all over it. Whatever. Maybe I can carry them. I'm pretty sure that other guy, Pedro, is not level 0. He wouldn't have 4. He wouldn't have 4 armor slots if he was level 0. I'm expecting a phone call. I really don't want that phone call to come in the next 20 minutes, that's for sure.
Danger. Corrupted data sectors detected. Prepare yourself.
Oh, this is the hard one. Oh, sorry, they're both not level 24. They're both higher. Oh, no, no, sorry, this isn't the hardest one. No, this one's not too bad, if I remember correctly. Ballistic shell, super OP. think I've just leveled up the ability not to take any damage from my own explosions, which is going to make this gun just beyond OP. So these guys are using, well, this guy's using the Akimbo Wardens, which I did try out. They didn't seem, I mean, they felt good. If I remember correctly, there's just a lot of waves in this one. Also, don't be too worried about going into glitches if you're not. As long as you're going in with people... I would say if you've got two people that are over level 60, you can easily do the level 1 glitch, the one in Old Arsenal. So don't worry too worried about going into them. Don't go into the solo, obviously, if you're that low level.
Sectors detected. Prepare yourself.
Again, these guys just probably know where these enemies are going to spawn. You just kind of don't let them get out of their spawn. Similar to the first level of Link Forger. Yeah, they just keep coming from one place. It looks like it's here.
Objective: remain inside safe zone.
end of this game's life cycle, that I think they definitely missed the trick on not putting like a hard mode in with some, you know, really good loot. They are too easy, and I suppose this is like what is trying to be the equivalent of a raid of Destiny. It's not even in the same league, is it really? Mindless shooting people. Obviously the lower level you are, it's going to be more challenging, but... But, like I said, it is extremely quick for leveling up a gun that you, say for instance, comes out and you're not sure if it's meta or not, which like the new assault rifle is very much meant to be meta, and you want to get it quickly before it gets nerfed, so you need to get like a week of it. Before it gets nerfed to hell and back. Coming up, who's going to get absolutely trounced. Tosca.
Eliminate severe corruption.
But he doesn't put his little flying saucers out.
Objective complete. Severe corruption eliminated. Data sectors detected. Prepare yourself.
Oh yeah, this bit actually can get a tiny bit crazy. If I remember. I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. And if you don't realise, these are all missions from the campaign.
Objective. Secure the zones. Be advised.
I mean, I think you might take a ballistic shell. Get a bulldozer and berserker, keeping me super alive. I don't ever recall
Zone available.
him being this strong. But it just feels like I'm practically indestructible. There we go, there's that guy's wardens.
Zone available. Zones secured.
Now we have to do something with beehives.
Objective:
Obviously.
eliminate severe corruption.
Oh, now I wish I had a crash car.
Get up. You're worth more alive.
In fact, can I get it back? No. That's
All
doing like
corrupted sectors
24,000
purged.
damage almost, I feel, like every shot. Go and get our reward. And do you know what? If we're going
You
to
didn't
do
disappoint,
a
soldier.
leveling up
You've taken down a command node, but the fight's not over
a
yet.
gun
Karma was able to identify a
loadout,
central command node.
we want
It
Hellwing.
protects the entire guild's C-Link
It's
network.
Hellwing!
The more command nodes you take down, the closer we get to finding it. Get back out there and take down more nodes by purging those glitches.
So yeah, even though that's not an ideal nightmare skill for killing people, basically what it does is, I can show you, well, it won't work, I can't show a fly. So yeah, flames come out of my wingsuit and do minimal damage to people underneath, which is great, because it's not taking away from if I want to shoot people in the face and get my gun level up. So yeah, we'll take it. So 2 more glitches, and I am maxed out character. That the only thing is causing any damage out of my abilities, I think, is the frost vortex. Unless they could be frost bullets, for all I know. But I know that every now and again it says frost kill. And the drones from Warband. So to be honest, on this character, I have got so lucky. I think I only had to re-roll one of my exotic traits, and neither of the nightmare ones. Because now when we go back in and finish a glitch, it'll offer us to put a point onto Hellwing, or offer us a new one, and we'll just obviously not pick a new one. If for some reason, say I've got every single gun in the game maxed out, I could then change all those abilities to stuff that causes absolute chaos and then be even stronger. But I didn't realise that. I think bulldozer, or is it explosive resistance? Reduces damage taken from explosives. Fully upgrade for immunity from your own explosives. So that skill there is insanely powerful. If you've got the grenade rounds on your gun, which we do. Or say you want to use the rocket launcher, which has probably got a nerf. Because it was just absolutely incredible powerful, but it's still probably good. So you're not going to take any damage from your rocket launcher if you're shooting people point blank, and I'm not taking any damage there off grenade bullets. I won't take any damage off the explosive bullets either. So explosive bullets proc every time, so that is quite a good thing. And then that shrapnel bullets, each bullet that hits a normal or special character has a chance to create an explosion that destroys armor. So that's not killing people probably again. So that's a decent one to have. And even if it does, I think because they're the bullets from the gun, they're counted as XP for that gun. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So yeah, I mean, I would put this down, apart from Warband, as probably the best loadout you could possibly have in the game. You would swap Warband for Eagle Eye, just for the crit damage, and that would be 100% as far as I can tell. Oop. What was that? New. Oh, it's a shame I can't change it to that. Oh. They all look the same, but they're just... Supposedly someone said that this is the best melee you can have. I don't really use the melee that much. It is strong. But you know, that's quite new. That could be stronger, and I think you run faster with it. You definitely run faster with it in Warzone. Yeah, so those two you would possibly change Hellwing depending on how you play Endgame. If you're like, you would possibly change them all depending on how you play Endgame and what you want to do. Obviously, it's all how you want to play the game, and like, don't listen to anyone. If you're playing Endgame for the fun of Endgame, then just go with whatever you like, because it doesn't really matter when you get to like the higher levels. But as a meta standpoint, this character is pretty much indestructible, especially now I've got that perk that makes me not take damage. And the only thing that was killing me was myself. The bullets from my gun was the only reason I was ever dying. So yeah, from a meta standpoint, you would just want to swap out that warband, but it is strong, so but this character crosses over from playing Endgame and not dying, and so if they bring out another glitch and it's hard, or for some reason they said, okay, we're going to put hard mode on, like, people in the community would probably start saying stuff like, oh, you have to have, like, bulldozer, or that's what communities are like when stuff starts getting hard. They start demanding that you have the best things in the game, or you're not in their team. So if someone was to see this build, yeah, they'd be like, "You're in." But yeah, like I said, I would just, the only thing I would swap would be that for not Phantom, Eagle Eye, just because it would give you that extra crit damage. And then Crash Cart. For some reason you do die, Crash Cart, and say a lot of the times it'll chuck you into to endgame solo, because there's not that many people playing the game. It'll chuck you in solo. So if for some reason you do die, it's just another thing that can bring you back to life. But if you were to go into a glitch, then yeah, I mean, ballistic shell. I mean, the second I changed to ballistic shell, then just by sheer chance, my teammates started dying, and it was probably better for me to have Crash Cart, because they didn't seem to have anything to keep themselves alive. I mean, the rest, again, if you want to play Endgame and have fun, then just choose what you like. I mean, I was using that at the start, and like, we thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. But then you realise, I mean, like, if you are going to be playing meta, and like I said, the meta doesn't really matter. Nothing's hard enough in the game apart from possibly the final glitch. Nothing's really hard enough for you to say, like, oh, you know, I have to run that. Just do whatever you want. But the guides I've put out on like leveling up from 1 to sort of 60, and how to level up a gun, there are little things, little intricacies that will make it a lot quicker and easier to do. Especially the fact, I keep on saying, but especially the fact that you don't want your abilities and guns making everything on the fucking screen explode, which you won't have if you're putting a brand new gun in. So if you're putting a brand new gun in, it's not going to be exotic, and it's not going to do a great deal of damage to like high level enemies. So yeah, the first thing you want to go and do is either hit the orange upgrade in the command center to get the weapon a bit stronger, because it will probably also count critical hits, as weapon XP. But, critical kills are better, obviously, because it's definitely giving the XP, but you never really know with Call of Duty what's actually counting towards like leveling up your gun. It could just be critical hits as well, in which case then, you know, don't level up your gun and just shoot the same enemy in the face 100 times and it's going to count, but it probably doesn't. It's more likely critical kills. So as soon as you get a weapon that you want to level up, take it to the orange thing, or just go straight to Oscar, or whichever the first boss is, and then just level it up. And then I would say don't put any more traits on it, because it's going to be strong enough to kill enemies, and it's not going to cause explosions. So get it exotic, go to a nice quiet corner of like level 3 or 4, and just wait for the zombies to spawn in packs, or even more ideally, once everyone's left a nightmare zone, so the red circle, as soon as they kill the boss, they're going to hang around for about, what, a minute, and then they're going to go and do something else. So that's going to leave that whole area for you. And then, yeah, decoy grenade, absolutely massive quality of life tool to just, when you're being chased by 40 zombies, chuck it down. Aim your gun at people's heads and just rack up those kills, and you're just going to level your gun up. I don't think I've actually tried it with a maxed out character before, so you don't have to do the whole like get my gun exotic, level up to level 60. Well, sorry, you do have to get the gun exotic, but you don't have to like level it up. It's not like we're doing it like from a base character. We can already go into all of these zones and survive without having to worry. So I reckon you could get a gun done in 2 games for like what attachments you want to then use it for in Warzone. It's going to take you 2 games, man. Unless for some bizarre reason you want to run monolithic suppressor, which is level 46 on a level 46 gun, which I don't think it is, but the chances of you wanting one of the attachments that are like right at the max level of the gun, probably yeah, not. It's not going to happen. So I'd say two matches. So what's that? So 47 or 48 minutes a game. You usually leave. It's about an hour and 20 minutes, and you haven't maxed out a gun. There is no way anywhere on the game that you're going to be able to do that. Like, simple as. So yeah, I mean, if you want to like see how, I mean, I probably could do updated versions of what I feel is like the quickest way to level up from 1 to sort of 60. Just because I've learned better sort of tricks along the way, so maybe I might restart one of my characters and do it. But the one I did on leveling up a gun has not really changed. It's a question of just zombie hoarding in quiet areas where other people aren't going to steal your kills. Don't put any don't put any exotic traits on your gun. Just get it exotic for the damage, and then just throw down decoy grenades, gather the zombies up. You could probably kill 1,000 zombies in a game, and that's going to take your gun to like level 25 in 1 game, no problem. The other thing, rather than having to watch that video, would be always just make sure you're holding out the correct gun if you are going to do the little missions on the floor, and make sure you pick the correct missions, the ones that you can go to and do in seconds as opposed to the ones that take minutes. especially when it comes to the blue ones. So the only blue one you want to be doing is the high value target, because they're the quickest to do by a mile. If you start picking up the dog ones, although you're going to be getting loads of kills with the gun, I mean, they can take like 4 minutes. That's a long time in Endgame to be doing one thing. So high value targets for the blue ones, surprise shipments for the green ones, roadside salvages. One thing with roadside salvages is, like, if you've got the ability that when you hit the floor that you cause an explosion, don't land right by the van, because you will blow it up. Yeah, I mean, like, this is why, I mean, I've just kind of got bored with Warzone at the moment, so they brought in this prestige system, and I'm one of those guys. It's like, oh right, I can level up a character, I'll do that. But really, the only thing I'd ever be using this for is if a new gun comes into the game, you think it's going to be better, like the new AR, then I'd use this to level it up way quicker than I would in Warzone. So yeah, that's it. Peace out.